we decided to go on a hockey road trip in March of 2020. We went to Phoenix, and the season was postponed.
Yep.
Had a flight to Dallas.
Couldn't find a way home for less than like 600 a piece.
No. So we wrote it out. And we did okay because at that time, that part of the country wasn't panicking. So we saw Dallas.
Until you got to the grocery store, and it was empty.
Yep. But we got there. We got through that whole thing unscathed. But I will say, without hesitation, that maybe the best thing I've ever eaten in my life were those burnt ends at the Con Lodge with a little house red sauce on the top. My God, what an experience.
I would have said the same thing, but about those little tamarind spoons where it's got the tamarind paste on it, and you just kind of like...
What did you just say? Tamarind paste?
Yeah, I mean, it's like the astronauts eat.
No, they eat tang powder. And
I don't think that... Next on Ugly Thirds.
Welcome back, sports fans, to another episode of Ugly Thirds. Today's topic will be Dallas Stars' worst 3 jerseys. John and Trams, take it away.
Ben, for what it's worth, what a burger was what a disappointment. And yes, I've been sitting on that one for months now.
You are trying to get people to fight you, aren't you?
It's a shell company for McDonald's. Prove me otherwise.
You get jumped. I'm not defending you. It was fine. It's fine.
I guess.
What's not fine?
Oh my God! Why would you not announce that you were doing something like that?
Wait,
Phil, where are you?
When did they wear this?
Phil. This is the present 3rd jersey, starting from 2021.
So they took their green jersey and they made the green black and the white the brightest green they possibly could. Whereas Vegas's reverse retro glows in the dark, this one does not, believe it or not. It just kind of exudes light on its own.
Why?
Why is the right answer?
Why?
I mean, they came out of the pandemic. They wanted to sell jerseys.
Who in their right mind sat on this for like 2 years? Be like, you know what? I got it. Boom.
I thought this was going to be an absolute flop, and I needed to buy one immediately because it's going to disappear. And you watch the games, and there's a lot of them.
Yeah, people ate this up. I think it looks like a firefighter's uniform to me.
I just see Chernobyl.
Not
great, not terrible. 3.4 out of 10.
You're a historical guy, obviously.
You got to sneak in your Texas flag. That's what that is.
But come and take it with a cannon. Help me out here.
Oh, well then.
Help me out here.
In the earliest days of the revolution in Texas, when they were trying to break away from Mexico, I believe it's the Gonzales militia, and you feel free to correct me in the comments. The Gonzales militia was given a cannon by the Mexican government to fend off raids by the American Indians, the indigenous peoples there. Mm-hmm. And so when Santa Anna wanted to crack down on Texas and all the people that were the Americans illegally immigrating into then Mexico, love that. They literally, they're like, well, you're going to have to turn in your cannon. And they literally put up a white flag with the cannon that said, come and take it. Is that the most American, America?
Nice.
I did see when I was at the Tim Hortons outside the Hall of Fame, people watching, I noticed someone in a Dallas Stars jersey it was this in Stars color with a hockey stick and a star and said, come and take it.
That's awesome.
Where would, that, you put that there, it's the best color effect ever made.
That's fantastic.
So little bits of Texas history in it.
I'm going to throw this... Phil? I'm going to throw this at you, though. I very much enjoy the number kit that they put on these. And I have one of these from the...
It looks like it's glowing in the dark in that color.
See, we just haven't treated it the right way. I first saw... I think Nashville does this with the stippled...
speed holes, as I think of it. We looked at it with Edmonton. Vegas does it. There's it's supposed to be lighter.
My World Cup of Hockey jersey has this too from 2016. My Slovak, my Team European jersey.
The one thing I'll give them with the speed holes in this, and I refuse to call it anything else, is that they kind of made a shading out of it. It's not the whole number. They've created a drop shadow effect with it. And that's why I had to get this in Adidas with a number kit on it.
Yeah.
This one actually mattered because just printing it's not the same. And like it actually adds something. Like it looks beveled doing it this way.
You know
and
what it-
that I'll give them credit.
You know what it adds? $10 to our jersey order to get it customized.
Well, that I
this is a
believe.
$95 job right
The
there.
one other thing I'll point out that's interesting about this, so if you want to give it zoom in on the crest, the only time I've ever seen it's not a solid crest. This is jersey material in between.
Oh, isn't that something?
Yeah, so the crest is literally just the outer parts. You can see the stitching on the inside there. Like that's not normal. This is jersey fabric in the middle. All the black is just jersey fabric. So, but God, is it ugly.
Not as ugly though. My God.
Now, the Mooterus is what it's nicknamed. Phil, when they wear the Mooterus?
They wore this to 2003 to 2006. It was their third.
I love that name stuck.
Right?
I'm thrilled with that.
Well, no, okay, so like on its face, it's not that terrible. Like aesthetically speaking, like this is interesting. The colors
It's not
work
bad,
if
yeah.
you don't know the Dallas Stars because the red is just there's no reason for it. And I've worn this usually predating my ugly jersey week, and people are like, "Is that supposed to be ugly?" I'm like, and then when I point out Mooterus, because this looks like an anatomical diagram, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah."
The one redeeming factor of this logo, it's not Natoro. This star thing, I think, would have been fun to play with for a third jersey for Dallas.
There's never been a shooting star anything. For stars, they're never a
No.
shooting star.
I-
Almost like an Edmonton oil drop, but a shooting star. Like
Sure.
you could do something interesting.
I think Columbus they were out and about at this time, right?
Yeah.
They might have had something to say about that. I don't know off the top of my head if that star logo was there yet. But
Oh,
there is something to be said here, and why not have like the bullhorn here and then one on the other side? Like, it's
because you get more anatomical.
I
I mean, they wanted a
guess.
constellation, and they're like, "What's more Texas than a bull?" Like, I mean, there was logic to it,
Sure.
but and look, I think the customization is good. I got one of the handful of games Madonna wore a C, and
Nice.
I did photo match this.
Good.
That took some work, but I mean, yeah, it's the anatomicalness, and then I think a lot of people don't like the curved striping. I think it actually looks good.
You put something different here, and I think you have something that people can relate to. But
It drop the red, and you have now
drop the red, and you end up back in Minnesota Wild territory.
maybe. Well, but the Wild wear red.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you make that gold, you make it white. I think and yeah, and you drop the logo, and you have a really solid third jersey. But they
Agreed.
didn't. But it's not the worst. I imagine many people are like, what do you
Okay.
mean that's not the worst? I'm just gonna put it on the front way. You can't even tell when you're having it down there.
John, what team is this?
This is University of Dallas,
Offensive lineman number 63.
Dallas Community College. Phil, when did they wear this?
97 to 2006.
You mean 2007 too?
No, 1997.
No, I'm telling you that's wrong. It's a Reebok Edge. 2007 to.
I'm reading the wrong spot. I'm sorry. 2007 to 2013.
Oh, he calls
Okay,
me
so
out.
it's 1-1 this afternoon. Let's see who takes the lead.
Won't take long.
Okay, so Dallas Stars, when Reebok came out, they decided to go with the plainest jersey ever. There's nothing to see down here except the jock tag.
This is Dallas?
This is it's Dallas. You wouldn't know it's the Stars, except the. So with how much Dallas fans complained about their new look and the lack of gold, which I don't have a problem with. That's a different episode.
Sure.
There's no green in this aside from that literal spot on the shoulder pad.
Yeah.
They dropped green, and no one seemed to mind other than it's dull. And it is dull. And it is a college look.
This goes along with Islanders, Thrashers. There's one more team that did it too. I can't
I
remember.
mean, you got Sens.
Yeah.
Boston, yeah,
But
yeah.
but that whole idea of name here, number here like this is the University of Dallas.
My conspiracy theory is they wanted more front numbers so that you had to get your jersey customized. It would look bad
so
if
it
you
just
didn't.
didn't say Dallas on it.
Right, which is why I don't have this. Is Phil's. I don't have one because I can't find one customized at the right price. I have the white, which the white is slightly better. It has a hemline stripe, believe it or not. And it says, yeah, everything about this, and that's 3 colors. There's green in that one. I just
Phil, what team is this?
when
Dallas.
Army wore this jersey with Army, a little chunkier, and
They didn't wear it with Dallas.
no, surprisingly, and their colors are black and gold, so it actually looked good in a college uniform. This is just everything about this is terrible. Like it just phoned it in.
What a weird
They didn't
time.
turn something in, and there's like even the stripes. Like what is? And they're not even parallel. Like every detail of this thing is the worst thing that's ever been worn in the NHL.
What a time to be alive. There we go. We got all 3 of them.
God!
What a weird,
God.
what a weird dynamic of jerseys. Like, would you look at that?
That's one team.
It's Vancouver Canucks.
What
level.
team is it?
It is Canucks level, with the exception of black and some, well, not even gold, like black. Can't say green, can't say gold.
I like this list. It's a good list.
It's terrible. It's a terrible jersey.
It's a
And
great
on
list of
that
terrible
note,
jerseys.
He's Shrems. I'm John Phil. Get us out of here.
Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications for new videos. Come back for another episode of Ugly Thirds.
He's remembering to talk about the bell thing. That's new.
This was Dallas?